you've been involved with so many great matches, WrestleMania
Yes.
main events,
Yeah.
from even that match with the 1-2-3 Kid and Razor Ramon where he
Oh
beat
yeah.
him and started his career. Is there a
Right.
match that jumps out to you as the one that you go, damn, like I am beyond proud and I will tell everyone that I was involved with this match till the end of
Yeah.
time?
I mean, now I really hate to say because there's so many incredible matches I've done in my career, and I don't want to take anything away from any talent, but it's in different categories. You want to talk about the icon Rock and Hogan match
Mm,
with just the reaction of the Canadians, the Toronto crowd, and Canada is just such a huge wrestling, and they really have a lot of respect for wrestling. A lot of great wrestlers have come out of Canada, and the way they didn't forget about Hogan when he came out with that NWO entrance, and it was just I had goosebumps. I mean, 2002, I'm in the business, 15 years, been refereeing since '87, and I'm fucking marking out in there. I'm marking out.
yeah.
Goosebumps on the entrance. The way the crowd, 68,000 people. Now we've done larger crowds before, after that, but this crowd at 68 made it sound like 200,000 people in that dome. And that's a big dome. So even just with the shove off, the face off, I marked out the shove off, the tackle, the Hulk up. It was just the way that it was just fucking unbelievable. Now, was that the most, and did I have to stress and make sure my bump was right? I had to make the timing when I came back in the ring to make sure I was there for Rock to take that shoulder tackle. And they just, that match, they hit it out of the ballpark, the icon against icon, and I always say, like, Hogan passed the torch. I mean, Andre passed the torch to Hulk Hogan when Joey Morello was the referee. And then Hogan finally passed the torch to The Rock, and then The Rock takes the torch and he goes to Hollywood a couple of years later. So, I mean, it was like,
Mm,
fuck. So, I mean, but there was so many technical, that's not the best technical match I've ever done.
mm.
There's matches with Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit and like I said, Kurt Angle, Shane McMahon, Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar, Batista, Hunter, and so many other matches that I've done that are just Stone Cold and Shawn, The Rock and Stone Cold. And the first 10 minutes I did when I got the chair shot at WrestleMania and Pearl took over. There's just so many matches that are just different ways that are incredible to me.
Yeah.
You want to talk about biggest pop and the biggest reaction, probably Rock and Hogan.
Yeah. That again, that match, you can just close your eyes and listen to
It
it
was
and
oof,
it's electric. Like you can't and the problem with this too is some people are like, well, what's a great wrestling match? And it
right.
all
Yeah,
determines on how you feel about what you consider great wrestling, just catch
right.
can moves. This one, it's the audience. The
Right.
audience, a punch, a kick,
Mhm.
a
Mhm.
back rake. Those are people are going crazy. It was
Right.
nuts. It was
Right.
outstanding. And you're in the ring and the energy, you can feel it. Like that must be what, if you're gonna get high and do drugs, that
Right.
must be what
Must
it's
be the
like
high.
because that's the high.
It
That's the
is.
high.
It is. I mean, so many incredible matches with Shawn Michaels and Undertaker and just all. I just couldn't. You can't. I just can't say that. You know,
There's one.
Rock and Hogan. Yeah, I just can't
Right.
say one because
No.
there's so many matches for there's technical matches, there's high flying matches, there's this, there's sometimes some of these matches back in the day used to come to the end of the point of WrestleMania with a great fucking storyline for the
Yeah.
last year or so. But now the storylines are very much shorter. They do so many pay-per-views. You don't have much time to tell a story. I think in one
True.
month to the next pay-per-view, 2 months.
Yep.
I'd like to see him build a storyline up between two guys like Rock and Stone Cold. I believe they didn't touch for a year when they got to WrestleMania, and that fucking crowd was buzzing. That was
Yeah.
another hot crowd.
Yeah, there's been
Mm.
some incredible storylines. One that will always jump out to my mind and with referees, the
Mm.
Earl Hebner, Dave Hebner,
Oh
the
yeah,
how
Hulk
much did
Hogan.
the plastic surgery cost? And
Oh yeah,
the
yeah.
double referee
Double, yeah,
screwing
yeah.
Hogan out of the championship. Of
Right,
course, Macho Man and Hogan and Miss Elizabeth, WrestleMania 5, the Mega Powers explode.
yeah,
The build up to these matches took a year. The Macho
yeah.
Man Hogan was 1 year from WrestleMania 4 to
Right,
WrestleMania 5,
5. Yep,
both in the Trump Plaza.
yep.
And it was a culmination of a storyline being built up between friends that turned into enemies because of lust in his eyes.
Yeah,
And so that I agree with you on that. Even Cena versus Rock, I felt like they took time with for once in a lifetime because it was a whole year. Like,
yeah,
and Rock was filming movies, so how do you What do you do?